The OKC Thunder dominated the Cleveland Cavaliers last night at the Paycom Center. And I mean dominated them. In a game showcasing the two best records in the NBA, SGA scored 40 points in 3 quarters. The Thunder are now 34-6. In fact, they're doing so well, we wanted to sit down with sports anchor Hannah Hoover to make sure that people are paying attention. It's so interesting. At one point yesterday, they were up 42 points in the 3rd quarter. And everybody was looking at this going, wait, I thought that the Thunder might lose this game because they were missing all their big men.
Right, that was the biggest question. Can they control the Cavs' big guys up front? Because no one really thought they could, and then they play scrappy and they have fun with it. And you just think to yourself, man, when the Thunder play Thunder basketball, they are dangerous.
And what's funny is we're finding out Thunder basketball can permeate in so many different ways. It doesn't matter who they have on the court because they also just seem to be playing so hard.
The variations are fun to watch. They even put in Brandon Carlson, who is a undrafted, 7-footer. It's their only 7-footer they had left, and he goes in for a quarter and does really well. And then you see, the smaller guys do their magic, get the rebounds, and so it was just fun to see all the different ways that this team can find a way to win and dominate because they really did hold this #1 offense.
We're looking at Lou Dort right there, who I don't know if it was a season high in 3-pointers or something, but I think he hit like 6 of them.
6 out of 9, and he had 22 points on the day.
That is so awesome. And what I love about this game is that it was on national television.
Oh, yeah, they showed off.
Well, and we always complain, right, because the Thunder don't get the national love that they deserve so much. And I think now the eyeballs are truly on the Thunder, and people not in Oklahoma are going, I think this team might be the team to beat.
It is the team to beat. Is that too outlandish to say?
No.
I think that's who everyone has their eyes on, and it's going to be fun to see how it plays out. Dallas is a big game tonight as well, and I think that they're going to try to push the Thunder, to make them a little uneasy tonight. But they don't have Luka.
Right.
They don't have Luka, and they don't have possibly Kyrie. He's questionable, so that kind of could change the game.
You know what's interesting about all of this, with Hartenstein out, obviously with Chet, who's been out for a while, Hartenstein and Chet, these are our 2 big guys, the 2 starting big men on the team. They've never played together in an NBA game. And so people are going, what's going to happen when these 2 guys actually come back and play together?
How dangerous would those 2 guys be together? So like we mentioned at the very beginning, the variations are endless there, but you can't forget about SGA.
I'm glad you brought it up because I was going to after this. I think, listen, he's been in the MVP conversation for a while. I know Jokic is still there. And
maybe he will dethrone Jokic.
He's looking like the person who could because, once again, last night, 40 points, I think 29 minutes. He is playing out of his mind, and he seems to do it every single night.
That's the thing. It's consistent. In the last month, he's only had 2 games that were under 30 points. And so every single night, it's the same guy you see, no matter who they're playing, and he seems to just really find a way to keep this team consistent, and the continuity is endless. No matter who's on the floor, he makes people look good.
Well, and I'm glad that you said that because that's what I love watching SGA for. Obviously, he's a technician. He's incredibly good. But I just love his teamwork and his leadership. So many of these superstars, and Shea's a superstar, so many of them in the NBA, you just feel like they're in it for themselves. You don't see that.
Player.
He is absolutely a team player. He makes sure everybody gets theirs, and so it's just a joy to watch him on the court and then afterwards in his interviews. We're really lucky to have him in Oklahoma City.
No doubt, he's a fun player to watch, and this team is so dynamic. Every single time they do the post-game interview, everyone tunes in. I think people watch that just for the interview, sometimes just the interview, because it's so fun to watch their dynamic and how they play off each other. And it's fun to watch them bark a little bit too.
You mentioned the game against the Mavs. Hopefully they'll be barking again here tonight. Another big game again. No Luka, maybe no Kyrie, but again, no Chet, no Isaiah Hartenstein tonight. So I don't want to hear any excuses, Dallas.
Don't be making a case that this wasn't fair, okay? Because everyone has players out.
All right, Hannah Hoover, thanks so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.